So Nancy is in the news. She had a Myrtle Beach speech set up, and it was supposed to be 100 people. 8 people showed up. She rolls in with their people, and then she just canceled it. Nancy Mace is joining Moms for Liberty Horry County today to rally for parental rights and freedom in education. She said she's been sexually abused, and believe me, when you've been sexually abused and you're like, she's totally living in her trauma, because the way she's wielding her abuse like a weapon to go after people, it's classic of somebody that is like deeply in her trauma. So she's like living in her trauma and raging a crusade against people who've done nothing to her. And I think she's probably like snorting some Ozempic or taking Ozempic too. And just, you know, I'm sure not sleeping well, just batshit. And her own staff have had considerable turnover because she's super controlling. She's obsessed with like getting on TV. She's obsessed with notoriety. So for her to have a speech and have no one show up is just like devastating to her. Like, that's going to be one of those things. I mean, she's like Trump in that way, that she lives on this ego of like her own popularity. So when she doesn't get a TV appearance, or when she shows up at the speech and there's only 8 people there, it is like going to derail her. And then she's going to come down on everyone around her as a result of that derailing. And hopefully, if more of that shit happens, it'll escalate. That's what I hope. I hope we can escalate it. There she is, dude. Look at her, bro. She just looks gritty. Gritty. All right, so GOP rep Nancy Mace, who's currently running as South Carolina governor, was forced to cancel a Thursday speech after nearly no one bothered to show up. It was Moms for Liberty in Horry County. She was going to speak at a local chapter of the far-right organization's Moms for Liberty, but changed course after only 8 people showed up. Mace reportedly slunk away backstage to avoid addressing the situation directly before pivoted to speaking with those in attendance individually and taking some questions from the media. Event organizers had reportedly hoped 100 people would show up. It's pronounced Ori. Okay. Dude, I like Horry. I'm sorry if it's pronounced Ori. I'm calling it Horry. I don't care, dude. It's always going to be Horry County. All right? Mispronounced, but I'm saying Horry, and there's no way around it, dude. It's my new favorite word. In announcing her run on August 4th, Mace embraced her firebrand reputation when she declared, "I didn't come to join the club. They don't want me, and I don't want them. I came to hold the line," she continued. "They said, stay quiet. I spoke up. They said, sit down. I stood up. They say, play nice. And I fought back." So this is her battle cry, guys, is that she's like a real fighter, right? Hold the line. I'm a fighter. She ties this in with her having graduated from the Citadel, but her dad was the commandant of the Citadel, so she had this distinct advantage that none of those other women in her class had, right? I mean, she is like a fighter when she's got her dad, the commandant. She's a fighter when she's got Trump grinding the axe for her, right? She's a fighter when she has some dude paving the way for her, right? Which to me is not a fighter. But she also, though, she has a problem, though, with this fighting back. And let me show you the problem.
In my time in Congress, I actually helped secure the largest infrastructure grant in state history, in South Carolina history. So I've worked very hard on the policies that matter to voters here, and I'm a conservative. I like Donald Trump. I believe in common sense.
So you see what she's doing. She's doing the same thing that Marsha Blackburn is doing, and she's trying to ride Trump. She's going to support his lawlessness. She's going to support the fascism, and she's going to try to ride Trump into the governor's mansion in South Carolina. Marsha Blackburn's doing the same thing. They're selling their soul to Trump. But this is the problem. She didn't vote for that bill. Okay, Joe Biden's infrastructure bill brought that money to her district. She voted against it. And in fact, there's a reporter that calls her out on this.
I noticed that there's one of the accomplishments, things you were touting was the I-5-2060 interchange.
Mm-hmm. What was the exit at Long Point Road?
Yes.
Not the interchange, but yeah.
But that funding came from the Inflation Reduction Act, which you voted against.
Right.
Is that an accomplishment then? Is that something you can tout?
No, absolutely. I mean, absolutely I can tout that. And you're a raging Democrat, so raging leftist with that kind of questioning. And I would say as a woman, like, you might want to think about how you view other women and how you treat other women, the way that you question them, because women are going to lead this country off the brink, and conservative women. The first female president of this country is going to be a conservative woman, not some liberal like you.
Okay, again, just a question about the bill, whether you voted for it or not, and what you were touting.
You see her face change there? Yeah, she has no shame. She has no fucking shame. And she, in fact, has been community noted multiple times about this, lying about this. Now, this is going to, of course, be a part of the attack in the primary. Obviously, they're going to try to shred her for this because it does ruin her credibility to have voted against the very reason why they get this money. But again, though, these people still tout it, and the people vote for them anyway. Because at the end of the day, her voters are not voting for her based on her accomplishments. Her voters are voting for her because she denigrates, in the culture war. Let's face it, her voters, the MAGA Republicans, don't care about policies. They literally only care about, you're going to denigrate trans people, you're going to denigrate immigrants and pride flags and the LGBTQ and Democrats, you're going to call them names, we will vote for you. That's it. That's all you need to do. If you play the culture war and lean into it and proclaim the Bible and be a rotten bitch, they're going to vote for it. They're going to vote for it. They don't care about anything else. They don't. Voting on hate. For decades, DC rebuilt other countries while ours crumbled, right? And it says Nancy Mace voted against the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act, which invested in roads and bridges and public transit. Right here, another one. She gets community noted. National debt just hit $37 trillion. Not a number, but a bill our kids can't afford. Nancy Mace voted yes on H.R. 1, which is the big, beautiful bill that's going to add $4.5 trillion. All child rapists should get the death penalty, she says. Nancy Mace wrote this minutes after voting against the release of the Epstein files. Okay? Oh, shit. Isn't that crazy? She's one of the few people I have seen that will get community noted, and then she'll go in there and attack the community note, and she'll get community noted on her response to a community note. Like, she just gets savage. And I think she definitely has some kind of mental illness that she's grappling with. Like, which in a way, though, guys, it makes her dangerous. You know what I'm saying? It makes her a little bit dangerous because when you're that sort of aloof, you can just lie with impunity and they can attack you for lying. And if you believe it, it's not even like it's a lie. And that's what fucking mental illness does to people. It like savages them. And remember when a trans person shook her hand and she wore this splint saying she was assaulted? She tried to sue the person and it got thrown out of court like instantaneously. Like, she's crazy. She is bona fide fucking crazy. Here's another one. Due process is for citizens. And it's like, no, the 5th and 14th Amendment guarantee it to all persons. Like, she doesn't even know the Constitution. Oh my God, that picture, bro. That is rough, dude. Oh, here's one from me, dude. Look at her. She getting cooked, right? Here, she was in Israel. Real women have their own bathroom in Israel, she said. And it says, in Israel, trans individuals have the right to use the restrooms that allow with their gender identity. Dude, she got cooked on that one. That was me. Thank you very much. Dude, I have never seen someone get as cooked by community notes as Nancy does, dude. Well, because she's just a massive liar. She's always doing this weird victim shit where she like talks about being SA'd, she talks about domestic violence, and then she tries to like be like, I'm suffering and being attacked, and now I'm gonna stand up for all this. She does the same sort of thing that Trump does, which is this whole like, they're attacking me, but it could be you, but I'm gonna go stand in front of them and get attacked to protect you. She's like co-opted his methodology. Oh, here it is. This is the one. This is the one, guys. This job isn't easy. Even harder are delivering meaningful results. But we've just done that. Low country first. 517 million authorized or appropriated for SC1. And then it says Congresswoman Mace voted against the appropriations bill, which authorized the funding she is seeking credit for. Dude, but look at that. She's like 517 million authorized for her district, but she voted against it. This job isn't easy. Even harder are delivering meaningful results. But we've just done that. No, Nancy, you didn't. You voted against it. And like what I said, Nancy Mace would like to thank Joe Biden for providing meaningful change for her district, despite her attempts at preventing it. Right? Now, see, but this shit, though, right? This shit is going to haunt her. She is going to have to, like, answer for this a little bit. So, yeah, so this is going to stand in her way. But today, though, she's fuming. This woman has to turn tricks in the truck stop parking lot just to survive. Trump's economic policy is really hitting people hard. Dude, remember when she was taking pictures of her? When she took a van from South Carolina to DC and she was taking pictures in her pajamas, like filming it? Oh my God, dude. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.